Hey guys, welcome back to Linda's Resin Room. So what I thought we would do today is this is a bouquet jar, and I thought we would make that. It does have some little greenery down in there and up here. So I'm going to fill those up first, and then we're going to paint some roses. Now for my green, I'm using all the eye candy today, which I do have a 10% discount code for eye candy that I'll put on the screen as well as in the description for you guys. I'm going to use the emerald green for my greenery. Now for my roses, I'm just going to kind of splash a little of this Busan blue down in there, and then I'm going to paint it with the rainbow red. I'm hoping the two colors will mix and give me a little purple here and there. And then for the bottom, we are going to use watermelon. I want to try this color because that is the wrapping for your roses. And then I'll do a time-lapse, paint this up. And then I've got these two, they're roses in the shape of hearts. And I thought, we'll do these. Not sure what colors I want to do them yet. But we'll probably marble those up. So, I'm going to put you guys on a time lapse, get this painted up, and I'll see you guys shortly.
Dust on my fingers, little clouds of shine. Linda's resin room smells like turpentine and thyme. And tiny plastic cups lined up like a parade. I'm brushing candy color on every heart we made in Linda's resin room. Roses bloom in pink and blue, watermelon wrapping round every petal made for you. Like candy pigments in the air, exploding in a view. In Linda's resin room, I pour my heart in every hue. Mica on the table, floor's a comet trail.
Alright guys, got that painted up. Got my leaves painted, my roses painted. And I think that's very pretty. And some of it with the little blue in the center one might make it look a little different. So hopefully this is going to be pretty. I don't want to pour it with black though, because black's going to make the colors pop. But I just want to do both of them together. That way they kind of match. So I did choose colors for these. I'm going to use the Akai tsuki red. Not pretty. And Scarlet. And then I'm going to marble them with white. I'm going to do the red for here and Scarlet for here with the white. And we're using the Satori white paste. So let's guesstimate and see how much resin we need. Give me a cup. Here. Alright. That's going to take a lot. So let's mix up 12. If we got extra, I got extra molds. Alright. Use our Bond Crafter resin here, which I do have a 20% discount code for Bond Crafter that I'll put on the screen as well as in the description box as always. Where's my little... Yeah, let's use this one. Alright. So let's do 6. Almost. Look at it at eye level so you know you get the proper amount. There's our 6. Okay. And then pot A is the blue jug. Alright. Now let's go up to 12. Almost. Takes it just a second to level out, so give it just a second when you're pouring. And we're on 12. Alright. Alright guys, I am going to mix this up for 3 minutes. Let's see, if I got 12, I want to do 8. That leaves me 4. So I'll do 2, 1, and 1, I think. I don't know if 4 ounces will be enough of that, but if it's not, then we'll mix in whatever's left of this if there's any left. All right, guys, let's get this mixed up. I'll see you back shortly. All right, guys, the more I think about it, I think I'm going to mix up 10 for this. So I'm just going to pour out 2, and we'll do the small rows there. Probably didn't need this big cup. Should have used a smaller one, but oh well. Let's see. Need some more. I'll separate it here in just a minute. Okay. That's about 10. Let's put our watermelon in here. I've never opened this one. I tried to get colors I haven't used before because I want to try them out. I think this looks like it'd be a pretty color for a bouquet paper or cloth or whatever they use to wrap around flowers. I think they use a paper. Alright, where's my... Let's see. This might change when it gets in there. We'll see. I'm going to do 3 scoops. Alright. And that is watermelon. Get it everywhere. Got it all over me. Okay. I'm getting mica powder flying everywhere, aren't I? It's better to mix that up with alcohol first and then put your color in, but I never think about it. It just always slips my mind until after I start mixing it and then the powder goes flying. I think that'll be a pretty color. And I just dumped it everywhere. Let me see if I can get that up. I don't want this going everywhere. It's going to drip. I'll get my arm in that here in just a minute if I'm not careful. Okay, see if I can wipe that up. There we go. All right. Told y'all I'm clumsy. Okay. That's a really pretty color. I normally wouldn't buy this color, but I seen Miss Sheila from Reptiles and Resin use this color once. I don't remember what she was making, but it was really pretty, and that's the whole reason I ordered it. Okay, almost got that mixed. There we go. Now I think 2 will be enough to do this small one. So we're going to pour a little bit out for the white. Do a little bit more. Okay, there we go. And we're going to use Scarlet. Get this one opened. Try to keep it from flying away on me. I've used Scarlet and others, and it come out pink. Okay, so let's see. I'll just use 1 scoop of that. Okay. See, I could have put this mica powder in the other cup, put the alcohol in it, then put my ounce of resin on it. But did I think about it? Nope. Told you I think about it once I get the powder in it. Love to be getting the habit of that, but I just can't remember it. Oh, that's pretty, isn't it? Got a little bit of a pink tint to it, but not too bad. Okay. There we go. I think that's mixed good. Let's clean the stick off so we can get some white paste. Eye Candy Satori White was probably the first white paste I bought. I wanted to learn to use a bloom, or do a bloom, I mean, and I'm not going to use that. Afraid that red will come off. And I seen someone use this, so I bought it. You can tell I've had it forever. And just mix that up. You can see how thick that is. And then just get most of it off your stick. You don't need much. This is extremely, extremely pigmented. And you'll see what I'm talking about. I mean, it is white. And I've still got a lot of color on this stick. You'll see when I go to scrape this. All this paste that is still on there. That I need to get mixed in. Push that down in there. And just mix. Then we'll get all this in the vacuum chamber. And hopefully 10 ounces is enough to do that bouquet. Gosh, what if I needed 12 and then I mixed it all up in different colors? Wouldn't that be awful? And see, I'm still getting paste off my stick. So now I'm going to wipe this stick off. And try to get all that paste off and then mix one last time. That way, hopefully I don't have any unmixed paste. Okay, I think we're good. Get this stick out of here. Clean it off again. Now let's get this one out. The hardest part about these silicone ones is trying to get all the resin off of it because they're not flat. They're kind of curved. So I don't know, it's almost like it causes the resin to move. Alright, I'm going to wipe this off first. I'll take some alcohol to it when I get and clean it when I get the resin in the vacuum chamber. Alright guys, let's get this in the vacuum chamber. We'll be back to pour in just a moment. Alright guys, by the time that's in the vacuum chamber, let's mix up 4 more ounces of resin. This way we'll be able to do this. And if we need any extra, we'll just dump clear in these other ones. So this is 2 ounces of part B. Almost. And here we go. That's 2. And then we're going to do 2 of part A. Almost there. There we go. Alrighty guys, I'm going to mix this up and I'm just going to let it sit. That way we can do our pour, and if we need the clear, we'll have it. If not, we'll mix it up and get it in the vacuum chamber and do our last rows. So I'll see you guys in just a moment. Alright guys, got my resin out of my vacuum chamber. Now, it's looking for my little torch. I'm just going to pop my little bubbles down in there. And that one. And guys, this is just a little butane lighter. It doesn't get that hot. Okay. Now this is what I think is probably going to take quite a bit. Now, I've only got a little bit in there. There's a lot of little areas down in this mold. And I'm going to roll this around. I want to make sure that it gets down in all those areas. And that I don't get bubbles. I don't want part of my rose missing. I could put this, a little bit of resin down in here. And then put it in the vacuum chamber for a minute or 2. And it would help get the bubbles out. I think we're good. Just moving my mold around without touching the color I've got in there. Alright, now finish filling this sucker up. That is a really pretty color. Watermelon. Doesn't look like a watermelon, but it's pretty. Now I gotta make sure I don't get bubbles back in those edges. Because I painted the mold, I can't see it. Okay. Now, I'm going to just press them in each just in case they have a bubble. That way if they do, maybe it'll come out, and hopefully I'm not getting the resin off of my mold. I think I'm about all the way around. I don't see any bubbles coming out anywhere. There's one. That one did. Okay. I hope I'm good. I see quite a few little bubbles in there, don't you? Let's just give that a quick little spritz. And I've still got 6 ounces. So, let's see. I'll do 5 ounces for the top. Now, I should have probably spritzed a little alcohol down in there just to make sure. There we go. What happens is that alcohol goes down in there to all those little tiny areas. And then when you put the resin in there, the resin pushes the alcohol out and takes its place. and that's why you don't get bubbles. But the alcohol will break your silicone molds down as well. So you do have to be careful with that. And somebody, I don't remember who it was telling me the other day about silicone oil, and I did order some. It's supposed to be here in a few days. I just don't know if it's the right kind that you're supposed to have. I see some bubbles down in there. So I'm hoping that I ordered the right stuff. Okay, let's stop there. And let's see if we can get some bubbles out. Now this is the place on the mold there. I do know that. Why does that mold look like it's stuck? Oh, yeah, it was stuck. That's why it was a bubble. Kind of odd, but okay, whatever. Kind of opened it up though, didn't it? Good deal. Okay. Yeah, I think I should have stuck with my original guess. I'm going to have leftover. But I got molds. So, no problem. Okay, I'm going to overflow that if I'm not careful. That back looks like it's about to dome. Why are these bubbles not popping? There they go. Is it more bubbles coming out? I can't tell. Okay. I'm not going to fill that all the way yet because I got the alcohol in there and I'll overflow it. Now, let's see what we got left. I'm just getting all this resin off the side so I can get an accurate measurement. Now, where's my numbers? Okay, so I got 2 ounces left. So yeah, should have stuck with my first gut feeling. Okay. A little alcohol down in there. Now, I'm going to pour a little red. And then I'm going to pour a little white. And hopefully this looks pretty. I hope I don't lose all the white and it don't turn all pink, but it's a possibility. Just fill that up. Okay. There we go. Do have some left. So I got this little druzy heart looking thing. Definitely want some alcohol down in that. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this white and just put it down in there. Okay. Get all that out of there. I think I got it. Now I'm just going to give this a little shake. Swirl it around a little bit here. And hopefully that mixes that up. And let's see if we can get a red and white druzy heart. Kind of looks like candy cane, doesn't it? Just going around the edges first. And then go back to the center. Now, hopefully, that's going to cover all those little spots. Okay. So, Now, we got to do this one. So let's mix for this. I'm going to spritz again that one. Giving it a minute. That one's going to overflow if I put any more. So I'm just going to take my little, and see how it doesn't really. All right. Now, I don't think we're going to need much of this either. So let's get some color mixed in these. There we go. And there we go. I think I need a little more in that one. Okay, I'm not going to use all that, am I? I'll have to find us another mold. Uh-oh, did I overflow? I think I did. Either overflowed or I dripped one. Probably overflowed from the alcohol. Well, couldn't find my little open hickey. Alright. Get some of this. Whoops, I dropped the bowl right down in the powder. Okay, here we go. They're pretty. Do a nice little scoop of that. And I didn't think about it again, did I? Okay. We'll figure out what to do with all this extra. This is one reason I like Bone Crafter. I got a long working time. I think it's about 40 minutes on the epoxy. And it thickens up and you can still work with it after that. But, oh, isn't that pretty? Oh, I'm overflowing on this one. My mercy. I just overfilled everything today. Or overspritzed everything, rather. Alright, let's get a little stick. Maybe prop this little edge up a little bit. And maybe it'll cause that resin to go back down there. Okay, let's mix. Oh, that's going to be gorgeous with that white. Okay. Oh, I didn't put my white paste up. I'm going to have to grab it again. All right. Make sure I get all that mica powder mixed up there. Let that set for just a second and see if any floats to the top. Get my white paste over here. Oh no, and it's 9 o'clock. I gotta go get my husband. He is at his one-piece tournament. Okay, I think that's plenty white. Well, if I'm a little late, he'll be alright. He'll just have to keep himself occupied. There's others there he can communicate with and talk to. And all right. Okay. I'm not going to scrape this white off this stick because I think that's enough. Alright, I don't see anything floating to the top on that. So let's get that stick. I'm going to leave the back clear because we're just going to dump it into what we have. And we're going to end up with something funky here in a minute. Alright guys, give me just a minute to get this in the vacuum chamber. Alright guys, so I got everything out of the vacuum chamber. Here's my red, my white, and my clear. Alright, now we're going to do this the same way. We're going to kind of just drizzle it down in there. Then try to put some white. And just however they end up, how it's going to end up, I don't know. We'll just see. Almost. I think these are going to be really pretty. I didn't squeeze no alcohol down in there, did I? Well, shoot. This one's liable to have bubbles. I do see a couple bubbles coming out of there. I'm just going to try to give it somewhat of a squeeze. Turn it around maybe. I see some bubbles. So they're coming from somewhere. Okay. Just a quick little spritz, see if those will pop. I may have to pop them on my own. Get you a dotting tool and pop those suckers. There we go. Is that another one? Sure is. And there's another. You know what? I think he's pretty full. He doesn't need any more. Let's just leave him where he is. And then we're going to dump these colors right down in here. I've already dumped the Scarlet down in here. And we're going to do this puzzle mold. Is what we're going to do. Now let's get the rest of this red. Akai, I don't know how you say that. Tsuki red. Where did I get these names? Probably means something, I'm sure. Okay, there's that. And then the clear that we have is, what, 2 ounces? We're going to dump that right on down in there too. We'll probably get a crackly looking effect with all that clear. That is a lot. Because we're going to end up with about 4 ounces. Okay. Come on, buddy. All right, I think that's good enough. All right, yeah, I got 4 ounces. Now I'm going to do this the same way. I'm just going to slush it around. I've got my puzzle piece diamond mold from Into Resin, which I do have a 20% off discount code for Into Resin. If you guys use any of their molds or any of their stuff, you can use that discount code and get 20% off, including the sale priced items. Okay. I don't even know if this is going to be enough to fill this up. It's not. Woohoo! We're going to have to put more in this. I love the way the dump pours end up in this mold. It's one of my favorites for a dump pour. If you guys haven't noticed, I'm sure you have. So I use it quite often for this. had wanted this mold for a long time, and I was finally able to get it, and I was so happy. Love their molds. I have a lot of their smaller molds, just don't have many of their larger molds, other than the what do you call it? The storage tray thing, the 3-tier storage tray. I am so glad I bought that mold. It's so pretty. You can buy each piece individually, or you can buy the whole thing together. And I got it on their Black Friday sale. That was the mold that I got. Okay. Try to get all that out of there. Think we're good. All right, guys, I got to clean these cups up. For some reason, I keep seeing bubbles pop up on this thing. You got to be very careful. This one needs a spritz of alcohol. You noticed I propped this one up and propped this one up so they wouldn't overflow. I'm going to give a spritz of alcohol on top of that. All right, guys, we'll let this cure up, and we'll come back for a demold. So I'll see you guys then. Alrighty, guys, so everything is cured up. This isn't full yet. Still needs another ounce, probably 1.5 ounces, 2 ounces maybe. So we'll move it out of our way. We'll fill it up on a future video. All right, let's get our extras done first. Let's get some of that overage off. Clean it up now. It's the easiest time. Okay, this is our little druzy heart. Let's see what it's like. Okay. It's different. And it's pretty. Just different. Alright, let me turn that heater off. Okay, now, our main pieces. Is that all the extra? Yes, because I dumped it all into the patchwork dish. It's called a patchwork dish. I can never remember that. Okay. Let's see how this little rose heart looks. This is the little one. Okay. This was the Scarlet red I think we used. Well, that's cute, isn't it? Very pretty. I'm not going to do anything to the roses. Fall the bottom down, of course. I think they're already pretty. Alright. Oh, ow! Got myself. There's something. Oh, a bubble. Ooh, it got me. Alright. Got a little bubble there. Be careful if you get this then. Take a finger off. See if we can get this all pulled out here. That's the larger one. Oh, that's a pretty. See, isn't that Yamagati red pretty? Very, very pretty. This one's got a little bit of a center down in there. And just fall the bottom. Got a couple bubbles I gotta fix. Yeah. Sorry, guys. I feel like I've got something in my throat. All right. Now, get our rose top off. Okay, I did get my perfect looking color like I wanted. Wish it had gotten a little more on the outer ones, but that's okay. I'm happy with that. Maybe I'll mix the colors together. Very pretty. Got all my leaves. Got a little overage needs scraped off there. Other than that, that's good. Doesn't need trimmed or anything. This one will need trimmed. It's got a bit of, or a fall. I'll take a nail file to it. Now, this one, I know I'm going to need a little soap down in there. Now, let's see if we can work it loose. I don't want to get the soap on everything. And this was watermelon. I think's the color we used for this. Come on. Working that around. There we go. Okay, I think we've got it now. Let's get a paper towel. Y'all know I'm going to spill everything everywhere. Let that kind of drain out a little bit. Now, we should have easier time to get this sucker out. If I can get it over one corner, I think I'll get the rest of it. There we go. Okay. I like that color. It's more like an orange. I needed orange colors. Very, very pretty. Get my soap off of it. No bubbles. That's awesome. I don't even see a micro bubble. Alright, how's the lid? Oh, perfect. Isn't that cute? I might wrap a ribbon around that there. And I think that's all I'm going to do to it. Let's get some ribbon. What color do we want? If I can get the bag open. Not red. Kind of like the peach color. If we were going to match the roses, this one would be the one, I would think. I like the peach. And the ribbon, I just got this at my local Walmart. It's like 97 cents a roll or something. Okay. Just cut off however much you think you might need. I'll trim this up. Alright, let's see if we can do this. I'm not a ribbon person, but I might can get it. Oops. Here we go. I'm just going to do a simple, basic bow. That's too big. Tone it down a little bit here. And pull it again. Now, if I can get that behind it. Oh, I don't like that in front. I wonder if I can get that to roll around. Okay, now, see if we can cut this. I'm going to put a little glue behind it as well to hold it in place where I want it. Like I said, I'm not the greatest ribbon person. Where's my little scissors? I got a little pair here somewhere. There they are. Okay. Got that one. Lord, it looks kind of screwy, doesn't it? There we go. Told you I'm not a ribbon person at all. Okay. See if we can get this one here. That needs trimmed a little more. Alright. Now, I'm going to try to glue those together. Maybe using the little E6000. It dries pretty quick. Put a little dot there. There we go. This side I feel like I need to trim up just a little bit more. It's just a little too long. So let's see if we can trim it a little more better. There we go. Okay, somewhat better. Now this one I've got to try to get it to line up. That heat kicked on again. I keep cutting that thing off. Okay. There we go. Now I'm going to put a little glue right down in there behind it. And glue that in place. What do you guys think? Is that alright? Looks okay, right? Put our lid on it. There we go. Alright, guys. Good deal. That's easy to finish. Alright, I'll post some photos at the end then. And straighten the camera back up. And I'll see you guys back for the next video. So, bye for now.